InSpark is basically a Make in India company. We are a startup company and an MSME also registered. We are primarily into big data analytics platform, which are basically a part of a SOC operations itself. So we have products starting from SIEM, SOAR, UBA, NBAD, and we also have an NDR, which is a network detection and response. We started this organization around 4 years back, started from February 2019, and now we are a 4-year-old company in India. For me, this win is very incredible, to be honest. While we have a lot of foreign organizations and foreign OEMs actually playing in the same product line and the technologies which we are also in, it gives us immense pleasure to know that we have won a new outstanding product of the year. That gives us a pleasure in that while you are competing with all the odds of foreign OEMs which are already established across the globe, and a Make in India and an India product gets selected for that. So it gives me immense pleasure for that. And we recently won in the DISC event also, the Product of the Year company also last year, December also. So both these awards actually are very incredible for us. Technology as such is playing a bigger role in all private industry, whether it's government, private or enterprise or SMBs or every exit, because technology has become a very key factor to ensure that cybersecurity is taken care at every level. What I still feel is that it's a basic a road blocker from a mental or an individual capacity. How do you look at cybersecurity as an aspect itself? All individuals have to take that cybersecurity aspect as a very important factor in their organizations, irrespective of whosoever they are, whether it's a user, whether it's an IT guy or any administrator. Everybody has to ensure that cybersecurity becomes a key factor for them. And going forward, I think all companies are actually looking at, even the government of India have established a lot of rules and regulations around the cybersecurity itself, and private industries are also coming up with the same organization, same structure itself, because data is money today, and everybody looks at that aspect. If data is lost, it's gone. So that's what the key factor is. Yes, they are doing it. It depends upon how the private sector looks at it, to be honest. They are opening up avenues to put up their own factories and put up their organizations inside India, to put up their factories itself, create a product which is India-specific product, India domain, because India is the second largest in the world next to China itself when it comes down to population and the user aspects itself. So the private industry is doing good, as well as the government of India is also helpful for them to create some guidelines around what security should be taken care and what should not be taken care, how data should be protected. And private industries are actually coping up with that scenario, because predominantly all the factories and everything were set up outside India itself. India never had that infrastructure to come up with that. But if you look at the latest one, the semiconductor itself, India is coming up into the semiconductor industry, putting up factories also. Recently you see Apple has moved out into India, putting up their own factories in India. Similarly, Samsung is there, Nokia is there, and everybody is coming into it. I think security companies also have to push up their gear to come up with their own product-specific, country-specific products manufactured in India, so that they come up with the same security solutions which an Indian market demands. Because every market has its own, I would say, requirements as compared to any of the US requirements, depending on the population and other things. Being in a Make in India also, we are finding it tough against the foreign OEMs also. Why? Because earlier because I come in from a global standpoint, I have worked in Cisco's, of Hitachis of the world also. Earlier we used to sell it on their brand names itself. Today, after I think 7 years down the line, today when the Make in India startup company, government of India started this whole journey, is that foreign companies are finding difficult to cope up with the Make in India product and Make in India strategy. While we still are, from Make in India standpoint, we are still there on the race, but they're already ahead of our race in the products and technologies. But they coming up in India and establishing themselves, it's too far away. But what we are trying to find out is that they're competing against us on the price, while the technology is still not there. We are coming up from Make in India standpoint. We as a company have brought up technologies as a next generation SOC also, a next generation products, while other companies are still struggling to get that. So we are fighting it out very tough, and it's going to be tougher down the line.